Welcome to this week's Activity Time Tuesday video. I'm Miss Rachel from George Memorial Library in Richmond. And today I'll be showing you how to make a dinosaur spike and tail hat, which looks like this one. To make this craft, you'll need to pick up an activity packet from your local library, which should include 3 pages of construction paper and 3 pages with a template on it, as well as a paper clip or 2. You will also need to provide a pair of scissors and a glue stick. If you don't have a glue stick, liquid glue or tape will work just as well. To make this hat, we're going to start by picking up one of the pieces of construction paper and the template page that has the 4 lines on it. What we're going to do is line up the side with the line closest to it with one edge of your construction paper and try to center it between the edges of the construction paper, since your construction paper is a little bigger than the template. The next step is going to be to paper clip your template in place so that it stays where you want it to. Then we are going to cut down these lines to make 4 strips. What I'm going to do is cut this one way over here first and then just cut down each of the other lines. Save this piece for later because you can use it to make sure you don't get glue on your table. And cut the next line. And you may need to ask an adult for help with the scissors, and that's perfectly okay. So that's 4 strips cut. The next thing we're going to do is start cutting these spikes. So we're going to take another page of the template and another piece of construction paper. And this time we're going to line up the bottom of the paper right here and try to center the rest of it across the page. And paper clip it so it stays in place. To cut the spikes, what we're going to do is cut along the lines. Both the long one here and the ones that are on an angle. And you'll notice that the spikes are cut off a little bit because our template paper is smaller than the construction paper. But just follow the line up on here, and again from this side. And I'll cut that off like that. And we're just going to cut all the way down this page and do the same thing with the second page of spikes. So we are halfway through cutting our spikes, and your spikes when they're cut out should look like this, where you have 2 points and then a flat piece in the middle. So I'm just going to clip and then cut this second piece, and then I will show you how to put all your pieces together to make your hat. Okay. When you've finished cutting, you should have 10 spikes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 4 strips of paper. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we can start gluing. So we will take our glue stick and 2 of these strips and glue them together so that you now have one longer strip. just like that. And then we'll do the same thing with the other two strips. Now we will start gluing our spikes onto this strip that's gonna make the tail of your dinosaur hat. So actually I'm gonna bring back that scrap of paper so that I don't get glue all over my table. So what we're gonna do is put glue on this strip and then stick your spike on it. So you want the points to be coming across your strip, and the little flat sections should line up with your tail piece. More or less. Just like that. And we're going to keep going, putting the spikes one right next to the other until we run out of spikes. Once you have all your spikes glued on, you'll see that you still have just a little tail piece left, and that is perfectly fine. The next step is to flip this over so that the spikes are on the bottom, and then you're going to fold the spikes over the centerpiece and glue the tips together. Fold. And glue. Let's go over that one more time. So fold, fold this one the other way over that center piece, and then glue the tip together. Oops. You may need to hold it for a little bit so it'll stay. And then you just glue all the spikes all the way down your tail. So we've now finished the spike and tail part of your hat, and the next thing we will do is make the headband that goes with it. So what you're going to do is take your long strip that doesn't have the spikes on it and wrap it around your head to mark where it overlaps so you can glue it together. So now that I have it measured, I'm going to glue this strip into a headband. So I'm just going to put little bit of glue on the end and glue it together just like that. So we're almost done with our hat, but the next step is going to be to glue the very front piece with the spikes to the front of your headband. Make sure your spikes are pointing up. So I will just add some glue here and press those together. So there's one more step and then we are almost done. So now that we have the spikes attached to the front of our headband, we're going to put it back on our head and measure where the spikes hit the headband in back so that we can glue it in place one more time, which on me seems to be about there. Now that we know where we need to glue, I'm just going to put a little bit more glue on the underside of the spikes and then attach that to the back of our headband. And then hold it in place for a little bit so it will stick. With that, we are all done with our dinosaur spike and tail hat. So that is it for our dinosaur spike and tail hat. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to check back next week where we'll be having a magic spirit activity for you. See you then.